You just can't have it without it.
Yeah.
Oh, but what I wanted to say for this.
Welcome to the Irrelevant and Illiterate podcast.
There he is.
My name is Hard Hat,
McGee.
and that over there is Fudgy the Whale.
Bus Stop Johnson. This is Mike Moreau's birthday episode. As you
Great,
can see,
thank you.
He's missed yet another one. He stinks.
It's not very chainsaw of
He
him.
stinks.
He's
And
well, keep going. Sorry.
we got him a Fudgy the Whale Carvel ice cream cake for his birthday.
I found one.
We thought, yeah, it's hard as fuck to find. Well, you can get it from groceries, but you really have to special order it. It's nuts.
It's not just in any fucking Acme or ShopRite. You gotta
You gotta go to that bakery and get them to order it for you.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I fucking drove out of state to the Kennett Square Giant, the closest Giant that I can to fucking find one.
God, was that close to your girl's house?
No.
Oof.
It's not close to anyone's house.
So, of course, before this, we started recording this, we ate as much as we could before recording, which means we're going to be gassing each other this entire episode. But even that, like even a big man like myself and a tall man like him, we could only do so much. So a lot of it hit the trash. It's very unfortunate.
Now there's all kinds of sugary melted shit
Yeah.
in my trash can.
Yeah.
And chocolate that is not being eaten.
At all.
The fuck?
I mean, it's like, now I understand why people get mad at the whaling industry, because that's kind of how we treated Fudgy. You know, we just used like half of them, less than half of them, and just threw the rest into the water to chum the sharks. You know what I mean?
The Fudgy the whaling industry.
Yeah, the Fudgy the whaling industry. There's your episode title.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this, dude.
The Fudgy the whaling industry. Yeah, so Mike stinks.
I stink right now. I can't stop fucking farting.
There's dairy farts, dude.
Truly.
You know that I love to annoy the living shit out of my coworker.
What?
Yeah. So we were on your favorite road today, Route 7, early this morning, and we pulled up. We're at the light, and we're behind a hay truck, right?
So, like, hey.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm going with this.
Okay, I'll let you.
The other guy he's just in a mood. You know, he's just starting his day off.
What?
He's starting his day off rotten.
Are you kidding me?
Me, 6:30 in the morning. Oh, I'm silly Billy, dude. I am fucking. I've only been up for an hour, but I still got the sleepy ha-ha.
No, you're peaking.
So
at that
I'm like,
point,
yeah,
right?
I'm fucking being a silly goose.
You're firing. Yeah.
I keep putting my hand on his thigh, you know, to fucking, you know.
Of course you do.
That. So we're at this light, and there's a guy to the right of us, and he's got his window down, and we're behind this hay truck. So I'm like, I actually have the cranked window down because that's got to have an old truck.
I love where this is going, dude.
And I was like, sir, hey. And the guy eventually looks over, I'm like, hey. He's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, and I pointed the truck ahead. I was like, hey. And he just looks at me and just like rolls his eyes and shakes his head. But he's got a grin on his face. So he understood what I was doing. He's like, all right. And
good.
My boss was so fucking embarrassed.
First of all, best case scenario for a joke like that.
Yeah.
That is exactly the reaction I would want.
Well, I didn't go to like a threatening tone. I was like, hey.
Right.
Kind of like something like, hey.
Inquisitive.
Yeah. And he was just like, yeah, what's up, man? And I was just like, I was like, hey. And he's just like, oh, geez. Like, you know, this is the guy on the right of me.
That's good.
My boss is to the left of me, just fucking head in his hands, just like, what the fuck?
The guy is to the right of me. Boss is to the left of me.
And the
hey,
best part
I am.
is, that light lasted another like 3 minutes.
That's if it's the light I'm thinking.
Excruciating.
If it's the light I'm thinking of, I bet it sure did.
It was 7 and the right before Pike Creek Shopping Center.
Yep.
Yeah, right before you get to the shopping center, and
that's where the neighborhood lets out. There's a church on the left and there's a neighborhood on the right.
Yes, and that's where we were, and
right a stone's throw from the new Scalises.
So it would have been fine if I said it to the guy and then we just went on with our day, but we actually had to sit there, and I just kept like looking over at him, just like smiling, and the dude was like. The guy was looking straight ahead, but you could tell he was darting his eyes to the left. He was like,
to see if you're still looking.
It's like, is this asshole still like staring at me? And I was just kept doing it. And like, the thing is like, it's an old truck because of course it has to be an old truck because you got to be a man. Yeah, so he couldn't roll the window up on me because it's a crank window. So I just kept it down. I was like, yeah, we're gonna sit in this for a while.
Oh, that's right. They don't have control of the other side.
So he was just fucking livid. Livid.
Also, this morning it was a nice balmy 37 degrees.
And also, like, we're both wearing shorts because we switched into shorts mode, and then it dropped to fucking 40 degrees in the mornings. Like,
right.
But we don't want to fucking get back into the jeans or nothing. I'm like, dude, he was just fucking,
that whole thing.
It was just fun. And like, I just like, this is going to drive him nuts. And he didn't talk to me for like 2 hours.
That's great.
Because we went into PA today just to pick up money, back out. That's why I was done early today. And he just wouldn't talk to me. And like, I just kept like, I had this big stupid smile on my face. And I kept like, I was sitting in there with my hands on my knees, just like staring straight ahead. And I was, just look over like that. And eventually it broke him that he's just like, oh, fucking Christ. But I only do that when he's in a shit mood. I'm like, if he's just in like a happy mood, I'm just a normal guy. But if he's in a curmudgeon mood, I'm just like, what did you do? And just shit like that.
It compounds your silly, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's right. Fuck you, boss man. I know what his name is, but I'm just not saying it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed anymore. Don't talk about me on that fucking thing. It's fucking stupid.
I bet all the episodes he's heard, I'm sure he thinks so.
His wife shows him the clips.
Good. That's a good wife.
She's sweet. She's awesome. She's really cool.
Shout out to Bathing Suit Girl.
But yeah, it was just like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was great. And the dude appreciated the joke.
Like I said, best case scenario reaction.
Yeah.
A shake your head but still kind of grin window up is best case scenario.
Yeah.
Because
what do you think the worst case scenario would have been? Well, not like
fight,
but just like shut the fuck up, dude, or like one of those. Like you think
something that just takes the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ.
And even that I would laugh at, but just something that takes the wind out of your sails, like either out and out ignoring it, like they make eye contact with you and they still don't put the window down. They just motherfuck you.
If they did that would have made him feel better because like, see, you're not fucking funny.
Right.
But the fact that the dude begrudgingly laughed at what I said.
Worth it.
Yes. Made it. Like he couldn't say shit now. He couldn't say he thought it was stupid. I'm like, did he though?
Clearly didn't.
Yeah.
The smile. Yeah. The reaction said otherwise, actually. Oh, can you read his fucking mind, can you? Yeah. You fucking jerk off.
Oh, fuck. I had edible dyes, but I guess I accidentally deleted them somehow.
Maybe it was in a stone stupor.
It's probably, or else like I thought I wrote them down and I just never did it, which is also quite common.
Yeah, I
throw
can't
away gold, dog.
I can't even tell you how many good ideas I've had that have just evaporated because I didn't write them down.
A lot of them come to me in the shower. Hot water brings it out of me.
It really activates you, huh?
And then when I get out of there and I go to reach for my phone, what was I just laughing at? Fuck.
Exactly.
It's like, God damn it.
I hate that feeling.
I get distracted by my fat tits and stomach hernia. I'm just like, oh, Christ. What was that funny thing again? Oh, nothing, because my life stinks, but...
Yep. Guess I'll get back in and not turn the water off.
Ah, shit.
I'll grab a toaster real quick.
Oh, put on your tinfoil hat for this.
Ooh.
Our good buddy...
I about to put on a pizza hat instead.
Our good buddy, Angry Larry, is supposed to get dental surgery today.
Oh.
And the reason Mike was due to miss our Patreon episode today was because he had to pick up Rick Murrow from dental surgery. Coincidence? Or is Larry Rick Murrow?
Larry could never be Rick Murrow because he's not as cool.
True.
And I don't think... because Larry is way too Chichester.
True.
And Rick Murrow is more worldly than that.
Yes, very distinguished man of taste.
Exactly.
You know,
like a Patreon of this podcast would be, patreon.com/IRRAndyILL.
How much does that cost?
It's about not as much as a can of Monster Energy drink a month.
Now, do I get an extra episode a week?
One.
Huh.
At least one.
Huh. And I get to be on the same list as someone like Sharm?
Tyler Sharman, Travis Strawderman,
Say no more, dude.
others.
Say no more, dude.
Leg 9.
Oh, shit.
Bottle of Josh himself, dude.
Damn, dude.
What the fuck?
You know what those guys would have loved?
A bottle of Josh?
Fudgy the Whale.
Yep. That's what it was.
Can you imagine, like, those three and us just sitting here, just fucking chopping it up, eating Fudgy?
Eating Fudgy, dude.
Instead, fucking most of them goes into the trash can.
It's a miracle I don't have chocolate on my face.
And he
still.
had chocolate. And there was chocolate in it, so we couldn't give any to Elliot so he could enjoy it.
No, I'm
Dogs
not.
can't eat chocolate.
I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to harm my boy.
Right? Just, it's like, God damn, dude.
He's my boy.
And there's like some underpaid like slave labor at the Carvel plant. Because, after they're done mining cadmium to make cell phone batteries, those kids go and work at the Carvel plant. Did you know that? Yeah. They're the icers. It's fucking nuts, dude. Because you don't make that much money mining cadmium.
No, you couldn't.
So you got to have a supplemental income. And Carvel's,
Or a mineral.
they're very
income.
lax on their immigrant policies, safety standards. So
Folks.
they'll take these guys, Oh, I don't want to snitch on Carvel like that.
I mean,
I hope I don't get a cease and desist from that company.
I don't even know where they're from.
Carvel, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
I'm sure there actually is a Carvel, Pennsylvania.
I bet there is, and I bet it's not related to them.
And that's why you had to go to Carvel to get Pennsylvania to get a Carvel.
That's why I had to go to Kennett Square?
Yeah. Because that's where the Carvels hang out.
Mm-hmm.
They're Kennett Square people, dude.
And it just occurred to me the other closest place I could have gone is probably Bear to go to Food Lion.
Yeah.
And no one wants to go to Food Lion.
No. Because Kenny, at least you might run into Bam Margera. Barry just might run into my cousins. Very similar, though.
They even talk the same.
They just don't have cool names like Bam.
No.
Dork. He is such a fucking dork.
I'm so sad to see his fall from grace, dude.
He's always been a dork.
But like the things like him himself, yeah.
But he surrounded himself with funnier people.
Yes. And they're so funny.
Yeah. So if you're not funny, surround yourself with funny people and you'll do okay in life.
Yeah.
You'll do well enough in life that you can start a sweet pill habit later on.
You know what?
You're like, Dennis, I really like to have a pill habit. I was like, well, you got to trade me in for somebody way funnier.
I bet all of the guys from his crew all also made residuals off of Viva La Bam and all the Jackass shit that they were in part of too. They're probably set up for life. No wonder they fucked off to nowhere.
I don't think they're living baller lifestyles, but I think they're living comfortably,
quietly. Yeah, exactly the right way.
Yeah, they can still have a job, but it's not 100% necessary.
I know for a fact Rake Yan does. I know for a fact Brandon Deco does, and Rab himself.
So yeah, so they probably just hold down those jobs just so they can have more money, but
no, so they can so that they can file taxes and live normal lives.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it seems to me I remember, it was like it might have been like a fucking Steve-O podcast or something, but they like one of the only people they cannot get back on anything is Brandon Deco.
He stopped early on though,
and his reason was because, dude, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to be performing anymore.
He even stopped doing that early on because he just wanted to produce and direct
and
stuff.
And
even that, he was like, I'm done.
Any of the Jackass and Viva La Bam guys will say Deco was the funniest guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's also evident.
Yeah, I respect the fucking. I just don't want to.
Isn't that such a great move?
That's awesome.
You have a few million in the bank, and you're like, I'm good.
I'd be one of those people.
Right? Doesn't it make the most sense?
If I made enough to live comfortably the rest of my life and just hold like a like a part-time job or something like that,
podcast for fun, maybe.
Yeah.
Go to comedy
I'd
shows.
Be fine with that. I don't need any more than that. I don't
Right.
need to live lavish or anything like that because I just wouldn't. I would just squirrel it away.
I would like a reliable, not a flashy, a reliable car.
Mm-hmm.
I would like I would like to never have to look at a receipt when I go to a grocery store ever again,
Yeah.
and not have to
But
pay.
not because you're just buying filet and crab meat.
No, but because I don't care.
Yeah, it's
what
just
it
because,
costs.
you know what? I'll get a second box of Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'm feeling extra snacky
Yeah.
today.
I'm a fucking snacky boy. I'm going to get those.
Or go out to any restaurant that I want to, and that's not an expensive restaurant either, like
Yeah.
$1,000 a plate or higher type
Yeah.
shit. Just anywhere,
You can, just so you can go to Phoebe's Fishery every day for the week.
or fuck it, dude. Chili's.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to the riblets.
Your check is a total of like $56, even with a drink or two.
Yeah.
And just give like $100 tip.
Yeah. That's how I'd like to live.
That would be
Comfortably.
amazing, dude.
Comfortably. That'd be great. That'd be fucking great. I don't need anything else from that. So if I found a way that I've made that amount of money that I could coast the rest of my life, I'd stop.
Right. Literally nothing else.
I mean, because I don't have children
No,
or anything,
Thank
or
God
a
I don't
wife.
have children.
So it's not like if I had children or a wife, I'd want to make more so I could have them set up if something happens to me.
My only prospective partner in life has a better job than I do, so I don't need to worry about
Yeah,
that.
she's fine.
She's already doing fine when I wasn't in the picture.
Yeah. So since it's just me, I want to be able to go to the comic book store and spend any amount that I want to, not have to look at a price. I'm
Right.
fine over everything else. I'm good.
There's a finite amount of comics.
Yeah, but they're making more.
They
They constantly make more.
they will continue to,
Yeah.
but like maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. Like once
They're
you
not an expensive item.
once you have all of the like crazy collectible ones that you want,
Yeah.
there's no more.
Yeah. So, and honestly, I can knock out all the holes I want to fill in my collection for a couple grand. Be fine.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. A used
Less than 50K. I can
Yeah.
probably do it.
a brand new like certified pre-owned or brand new or certified pre-owned car. Yeah.
I always thought about like what would I do if I came into a good amount of money like that. And the first thing I thought of was I would hire somebody to alphabetize and arrange and organize my comic book collection. Because it's a whole garage full of boxes. They're in no discernible order whatsoever. It's a catastrophe. I would pay to have somebody just come in for a couple weeks and just sort everything.
Damn, how much you paying? I would do that.
Whatever they asked. I don't give a fuck. I just want it done. If I have the money, I was like, yeah, do it. Charge me whatever.
Yeah, because that's an impossible task to bill up front.
And then all this shit I have like organized that, I don't really want that anymore. Take it. If you can sell it for more money or you want to keep it yourself, fine. I don't, just get it out of here. I would do, yeah, I don't need to live baller. It's fucking annoying. Because you can't take it with you.
No.
And if, like I said, there's no one after me. There's no children.
Yeah,
there's no wife.
There's no one I'll bequeath it to.
Yeah, so, although I did promise that when I die, my comic book collection's going to Matt's daughter. But she probably will just not want it.
By then, who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she used to get like a cybernetic leg or something, or
Like
shark.
who? I mean, that's like 3 weeks from now. Who knows how?
True,
How she'll
right?
change her mind.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I got there eventually.
I mean, if she fucking puts the work in to sell on eBay, she's gonna come into a good amount of money, but she's got to fucking sort it out herself. I'm not leaving her all the homework done for her.
No.
Fuck that.
Shout out to Matt's daughter. Dude.
I love her to death, man. She's great, but I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm not fucking organizing the entire garage worth of comic books.
I love you, but
not that much.
But I'm not.
But I'm still lazy.
I'm not alphabetize and organize a garage worth of comics.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, I'm not going through all my Fantastic Four collections and ordering them numerically. That's over 1,000 comic books, for Christ's sake.
Collections.
That's my only collection. I had to get rid of all the other ones.
I was gonna say more than one collection is wild
I had to get rid of. That's why I don't have a lot of physical media music anymore.
because of the real estate
Because I just don't have the fucking room for it.
space. Yeah,
I don't even have a record player anymore.
I never have had one.
The only record I still have is the Iron Price record that Upstate Records put out. That's it. Nothing else.
I have.
Oh, I have a Repercussion Driven by Fire split that I forgot to put in the box when I got rid of my records.
I have 3 records.
Yeah.
I have mine. I have the Drowse record.
Yeah.
The test press of it. I have the Year of the Knife Overgrowth, like hardcore edition of the release, like the first run, because it was cool looking and it was because of them. And I have a Outer Heaven, Homewrecker Scorched, somebody 4-way split. That
Outer Heaven, Scorched, Homewrecker,
and
Gate Creeper.
I think that split was pre-Gate Creeper. I think.
Because there's only one song by each band.
Yeah, something like that.
I want to say it's Gate Creeper.
This is killing me. I think it might be Gate Creeper.
Yeah.
But anyway, that record was forced on me by Austin Haynes when I was buying an Outer Heaven shirt, and he was like, "You want a record too?" I was like, I honestly don't have a record player. I never have. And he was like, "Here, take it anyway." And I was like, "All right, whatever."
Did I ever tell you how I got a free Outer Heaven shirt? We played with them at I forget the venue, but it was us and Mortician and them. And No Reason to Live played it. I forget who else. And they had this thing set up. It was like a skull with dirt and worms in it, actual living worms. And that little thing said, if you eat a worm, you get a free shirt. So I just threw one back into my throat and swallowed it and got a free shirt. They didn't have it in my size, so I just got one for Matt's now ex-wife.
That's still a rad way to get anything.
Yeah.
I would eat a worm for some stuff.
For a free shirt?
Absolutely.
Matt got me sent me a shirt.
Speaking of shirts, yeah.
It says autism-powered fuck machine.
I've seen ads for that many times.
Yeah, I guess you and Matt have the same algorithm.
I think we do, because he sent me, or he sent us rather, a video this morning or yesterday, and I was like, I saw that yesterday. That's a good one.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, truly.
If you send me like multiple things back to back and I like them really quick, and you know I didn't have a chance to actually watch it, it's because I've seen it. It's just, if it's a monkey or a retarded person, I've seen it.
I bet you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I've probably loved it.
My new favorite thing to do to those is replying with random emojis. Or, I mean, reacting with them.
My favorite is the comment on them. Just like my ones I always say, like, that really happened.
Happened to my boy once.
Yeah, shit like that.
That really happened is pretty good.
Well, my other favorite one is like, it'll be like some ridiculous shit. I was like, yo, I just read about that. And shit like that.
I hit Tingle with it. Happened to my boy once.
Nice.
Because he sent me, again, one that I had just saw like a half hour before he sent it to me.
Yeah, it's fun. The more ridiculous it is the funnier it gets.
Yeah. Because it can happen.
Yeah.
Man. Especially those AI generated Indian ones.
So good.
And just shit like that.
Here's the thing. I want to go to India, and it better be full of people just making TikTok and Instagram reels.
I bet it is like that.
And like probably like the more developed cities probably. I just want to see nothing but phones up and people taking silly goose videos.
Just go to New Delhi.
Yeah. Like that dude who makes that one where he's like, he pours water on the ground. Then he
jumps in it.
Yeah, he's like,
I love
under
that
the
one.
water.
I'm under the water.
How funny is shit? I want to go to India just to meet that guy and the guy that puts himself on the Teletubbies song going, "Good morning, bastards."
Good morning, bastards. Dinky winky.
Oh, other bastard.
Other bastard.
I just think it's funny, like, just like, like what brings you to New Delhi or whatever? Like, are you here for, this festival or to try this dish or see this site? Like, nah, I'm just looking for the dude who made that one video where he's the Teletubby son.
Nah, Reels tourism.
How fucking funny would it be? Like, the dude at the airport's like, oh, you're talking about like Sun Dip or whatever? Like, yeah, him. He's like, yo, here's his address. Yo, I'll tell you what, I'll bang his line real quick and tell him you're on your way.
Yo, weird enough, his name is Greg.
Is it short? What's it short for? Gregory.
Just Greg.
Gregory. Oh, so it's not like Greganush? No, it's just Gregory.
It's Greg.
Well, what's his last name? Watson. What? I'm like, dude, you're being racist here, especially expecting him to have multiple syllables in his last name.
Or like a lot of last names.
Yeah, true.
It's just the one.
I love how I make fun of people's like last names, like sounds made up and shit, and mine's like completely ridiculous as well.
Yeah, it's all leprechaun-y and shit.
That's so stupid. But yeah, I want to go there, and I want to go to Africa to look for the little kids in Haiti making videos of them like jumping off dirt piles.
Oh, dude,
Those are sick
kids.
too. Doing like street stunts on like dirt piles.
Always with
Fucking
that same
rips.
Shakira song too.
Yes.
I know the ones.
Tar Boo Boo is my favorite. That guy's fucking hilarious. He has like no chin. So he's always like going like this and he's like, Tar Boo Boo.
Oh,
And he's just making little fucking faces and he has this one who's just him with like his stick shaped like a gun. And he's on, he goes like, "Drrroo, drrroo, drrroo," like he's shooting a machine gun.
I've seen that.
I'm like, this dude's fucking great. Love him.
Your other dude that you love is Yo Tenge Tenge.
Oh, that kid's great too.
He, I heard
His song is banging.
I heard that he charges a hefty fee for an appearance in people's TikToks.
He's got a big ass following.
He blew the fuck up.
Yeah. I love when you see like he hanging out with other like TikTok type people.
That's what I'm like.
He did a bunch of collab videos. Remember the one, it was like a fat Indian dude and he just does this dance where he's like shaking.
the belly guy.
Yeah. He's doing videos with that guy. I'm like, this is the fucking mashup I need in life, dude.
Brrr, skipping it up.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Like these two are fucking meeting up. Like the world is awesome. TikTok's awesome if it's bringing that kid from Africa and that dude from India together to make banging ass like fucking videos. Nice. That was
in the
good.
Cushion. It's gonna stink, but it didn't sound that funny.
It sounded funny.
I like the you're not on TikTok, you wouldn't see the Turkish guy who works in the nut store.
No.
He's just swagged all to hell, and they play the same song like pretty much every time. What he does is often he'll grab like a handful and just do like a flourish and like show them off, and he'll look at the camera, and he grabs his heart very sincerely, and goes like this, and gives it to you, and then does a half a wink, not a full wink, but like a
fuck yeah, dude.
His I don't remember. Murat.
Nice, dude.
Murat Idem.
He's not on Instagram at all.
I don't know. I've never looked.
I love like how people are using like making memes and shit to like advertise their businesses. There's one it's called like the Rashish something Indian restaurant, and it'll take like a template of like the popular meme that's going on at that time. Like remember when that it was just like a cartoon dog and it feels like look at this really cool guy chilling here, and it like had like a bunch of other shit added to it, but it was overdone for like a solid month. People are making memes of it. I even posted the one of the Jamaican was like me think me go on take me on life. But this Indian restaurant takes the template of like what's the current like the current meme at that time is like, look at this cool dude. He's going to Rajish's Indian restaurant later. And it's like just an ad. And it's so fucking funny. And there's also this Asian kid, East Asian. I'm not 100% sure if he's Japanese, Korean, or whatever. But his name's Tony. He does the LC signs. His business is he makes those fluorescent signs, like the neon bulb sign.
Yeah, that everyone buys for
And he just starts like, you just got to see his stuff. Like these videos he makes for him, it's normally just like some goofy ass, like funny video. Then it just always ends up with him advertising his sign company. He had a bunch where he's like dressed up as Donald Trump, but it was fucking great, dude. He's fucking hysterical. LC_signs.
Yeah, I never heard of him yet.
And it's like ones where it's like, people like dressed like, in like furry costumes. Like, I'm actually a wolf. And it's him going, uh-huh. But if you need a sign, come down here. And it's like that. It's fucking hysterical. He's a younger guy. So he's like kind of got his like, it's like current shit too. So it's like, it's pretty fucking funny. I love that people are using that as advertising because makes their ads completely memorable. I'll never get anything from this Tony dude who makes the signs because I just don't need it.
Yeah.
But I will never forget that fucking guy. Like I'll go into a bar and see like, like an Anheuser-Busch and I was like, you should have got fucking Tony to make that fucking thing,
St. Pauli girl.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably a real bitch when you think about it.
Truly.
I mean, she's hot as fuck, so it's like she doesn't have anything else going for her. She has no personality.
All she does is let it all hang out and let the titties do the talking.
Hold the two big beer
pints,
steins.
yeah.
It's like, but can I have a conversation with you? Probably not.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Emotionally unavailable.
I think she's Nordic, so she probably has that dumb accent.
Or like is so literal that you just can't have any fun.
Oh yeah. All irony and shit just goes over her head, or sarcasm just passersby.
That's like
Kind of like trying to tell a joke to your mother.
like my mother.
Yes, exactly. Every time I try to tell her something funny, she just kind of looks at me like, I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm bombing right now. It's great.
Mine, like the German side of her is, I say, practical to a fault. Like rather than like it's impossible for her to see the humor in something that's gone wrong. When she hears that something's gone wrong, her immediate autistic reaction is, "Oh, well, then you should have done this." Solution. I'm like, stop, listen. Like,
Damn, I just had a Schultz epiphany.
what's that?
The times I look at you and I'm trying to like, get something like, throw a bit at you or throw a joke at you and you're kind of just ignore it. It's not that you're a fucking dumbass. It's that you're your mother's son.
That's correct.
Wow, dude. It's not that you're not listening. It's just genetic.
Anything I know. Anything successful, anything somewhat creative that I've thought up that has become any bit like successful or landed in any way is because of my dad's side.
Same too. What you lucked out. We actually have a relationship with your dad. I don't. But I got humor from him. But that's, and then like, shitty genetics. But other than that, nothing.
My dude's mad chill.
Yeah, your dad's cool as fuck, dude. He's a riff dog.
He was riffing today.
With that hot ass chick.
Yeah. Chris rocks, dude. She's a rocker chick through and through.
Damn, dude. Did you tell her my Stevie Nicks jokes?
No.
Ah,
I was too busy keeping the backbeat.
you stink.
I do stink right now.
Damn, dude. I could have been in with Chris, dude.
Her husband is getting up there in age.
Why'd
too.
you have to throw that at me?
What?
I was fucking just getting on my hopes. I'm like, dude, I could fucking sweet talk this Chris chick. You're like, her husband. I'm like,
You didn't
way to throw fucking
You didn't let me finish.
wet blanket.
You didn't let me finish. He's getting way up there in age.
Okay, I'll fuck him then.
So his name is Forrest. He
1 R or 2.
2
Nah, fuck him.
because it's short for DeForest.
Oh, that's tight.
DE''FORREST.
There's an apostrophe? Because the only DeForest I know is the dude from Star Trek, and he doesn't have an apostrophe.
DeForest.
It's like, what's inside him? The trees?
Yes.
Ha
The woods.
ha. If you want more like that, patreon.com/IRRANDILL. Jesus Christ.
I love Patreon plugging after a dumb joke.
I can't believe Morrow didn't show up
It's
tonight.
my favorite.
I can't believe Mike Blurrow didn't show up tonight for his birthday. You absolute fucking zilch of a human. Rick, what are you doing, man? Smack that kid around. Tell him to shape up.
I want 2 cases of wrap snacks for everybody now, Rick.
Dude, I still haven't had any wrap snacks.
That reminds me. I think
That should be his penance for missing multiple episodes.
what's that?
He's got to bring us each a case of wrap snacks.
I'll just donate them to somebody, but that doesn't even need to be said. I still want it, actually.
Yeah, I want them. I'm not donating them to a fucking soul.
I just want them.
Yes. No, I'll eat the fuck out of them. I don't give a shit. Give me them boosies.
Especially if I can find somebody in the black market
No pun intended.
who will trade me a case of Tostitos original restaurant style for them. That I'll eat.
Which one's the original restaurant style? The circles?
Nah, that's a round or rounds. It's the light blue bag triangle shaped chip.
I'm the scoop. I'm a scoop guy.
I don't like the scoops.
Because I like the more watery sauces. I like the cantina style sauces.
Yeah, so you need a vehicle
Yeah.
for the sauce.
And even if you hold that in the scoop too long, it'll go right through it because it's just soggy.
Right. I actually have been on a pico de gallo kick lately.
Yo, pico fucking rips, dude.
I've been making the fuck out of it lately.
I honestly can't eat burritos without pico anymore.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like if I just don't have it or the means to get it, I'll still eat the burrito. But if the option's there, I will never say no to pico.
At my second job, when I see people order a burrito from the little screen
Yeah.
and they don't put fresh salsa on there, I'm like, what are you doing? This is a waste of a burrito. It's stupid.
Like you won't even yell their number out. You'll just be like,
I just put it up there.
you're like 208.
I put it up there and I walk away.
Do you like put your like hand in your like mouth like like that? Did you call my numbers? Like, I don't know. Did I?
I'm looking for number ... I'm like, yeah, it's up there. probably.
Oh, speaking of that, I think it's something you could do in that situation, and it's also something that will never be unfunny to me. It doesn't matter what someone's saying. Like you say, you're like, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" And I just go, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" No matter what the situation or what is said, that will always crack me up. If someone just repeats back what you said to them in either an extremely sarcastic or in like a retard accent voice, it'll always fuck me up.
I call it deaf guy voice.
Yeah. I'm not a deaf guy voice.
Exactly.
Like, if I just repeat it back to you like in any other voice, you're like, okay, whatever. But if you say it like that, overly exaggerated like that, it'll always fuck me up.
You know what? Do you remember the Sarah Silverman show on Comedy Central?
Vaguely, yes.
She shot. It's just a scene of one of the episodes. It's one of the funniest things I've ever laughed at in my whole life. Maybe as far as like things I've seen on a screen and laughed at, top 5.
Okay, what was it?
She's driving a red Prius and she pulls up next to a guy driving a red Prius.
Yeah.
He rolls the window down. He goes, "Hey, same car." And she goes, "Hey, same car." And it was just like, it hit me at exactly the right moment in the day and everything. And I was just like, fuck, man.
Because you notice most of the times, like if you say it or I'll say it, it's always in response to like when someone thinks they're funny,
Dude.
and you just want to throw back that they're not funny, you'll just repeat it back and that voice should be a dick. But if they're just saying something informative, it's way funnier. It's like, "Oh, hey, I put your coat by the door." "Oh, hey, put your coat by the door." Like complete unwarranted. Doing that will fuck me up every time.
So their immediate reaction is, "What was that for?"
Yes, exactly. That's fucking great. That's like, "Oh, I stopped at while on the way home, I got you this sandwich."
I got you a sandwich.
It's just like,
you got me a sandwich?
like you say it when they're just being genuinely nice or like thoughtful. It's just like that just fucks me up so bad.
I love deaf guy voice, dude.
Doing it to children's hilarious too.
Because they'll either think it's funny or they'll get really sad.
I still do it to my boss's kid. He's
He needs it.
4.
He needs it right now.
About 4. He's just like, "I learned about this. I'm like, "Oh, did you?" And shit like that.
Did you learn
and he
about-
looks at me. I'm just like, "I'm just kidding," because I don't have the heart to follow through with it all.
Yeah.
But it's like a natural like reflex to me when he's like, "Oh, today it's, oh God, it stinks."
Hell
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Fucking, that's right.
Oh, Lord.
Hell yeah, dude.
Woo.
That's Fudgy the fucking whale
That
for
smells
you,
like
dude.
a restaurant at the end of the workday before they start cleaning.
That's
It smells like fryer oil. It's been used way too much that day. Wow.
Dude, I told you, man. I've had crazy farts because of that fucking cake.
Jesus Christ.
Because of Mike Murrow's cake.
R.I.P. Fudgy.
Fucking.
Damn, dude. All he wanted to do is give of himself to the people, but instead, 3/4 of them got thrown into a fucking trash can. Just because, fat as I am, I just can't handle that much dairy.
No.
And neither can you, because you're not trying to be fat like me. You're trying to be
Clearly.
a normal human being. Damn.
I always try to shy away from dairy anyway.
Shout out to Tran Lowe and his family who came over to this country just to work in the Carvel factory. They escaped the cadmium mines, and now
Got thrown right back into.
they got thrown into the Carvel mines. Where'd you get black lung from? I was working at Carvel.
What if what the fuck are the like at like the diamond mines and shit, like not the guards but like the people who watch to make sure you're not stealing,
The foreman?
who have are they foremen
I think
with like
so.
the machetes and shit?
Oh, I don't know, like third world like that. Do they have a name?
That's what I'm thinking. It's not a guard and it's not a foreman, but something in between. I'm just imagining the guys at Carvel who
The
do
cool
that.
dudes?
The guys at Carvel who do that are like somehow much worse.
Oh yeah, they're like barbaric. Yeah, they have 2 machetes.
Like, not only will we squish you between the fucking like the freezer plates, but we'll scrape you up like that fucking rolled ice cream. And then what?
The machetes are just fucking those ice cream paddles.
They're wood.
It's like, God damn, dude. Oh. God, that still lingers, dude.
Dude, that's one of the worst things about my farts. They don't go away.
Brutal. Like it doesn't rise up in the air like normal farts. It just kind of hovers at chest level.
It's poodle.
And
Just a little guy.
I'm just a little feller trying to make it in this world.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. What's your little piece of paper there?
I just I always write down random thoughts that I have so I can
write down. I'm sorry.
Got me.
Sorry.
You know what? I had that one coming.
Yeah, I won't beat that into the ground. I promise.
Under the table, he's going like this.
Hands akimbo.
It's a Kimbo.
I just wanted to say akimbo. I like that word. Akimbo slice.
Okay.
That was so stupid.
Wait.
Wait. You don't even know what you just said. So what's your
where do you look when you're on an elevator?
Dead ahead.
Me too. Some people look up. Some people look down.
Okay, wait. One person, I look in the exact opposite direction they are. If they're off to my left, I look to the right. I look at the number pad. I look straight ahead. Packed elevator, and I'm in the back. Feeder wall. Feeder ceiling. If I'm in the front, just dead ahead. Or honestly, nowadays, pull out your phone. Stare at your phone.
Yeah. I try to be cognizant about pulling my phone out all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, 99% of the time when I'm in an elevator, I'm usually alone, and I'll just look directly at the doors.
That was a great topic to bring up.
But it's just a thought I had because I was in an elevator. I was going downstairs at the fucking the parking lot next to Soundstage.
Okay.
With the cool fucking floors. Like there's the octopus floor, there's the shark floor.
Tight.
And I was like, damn, I wonder what I would be doing because I wasn't by myself. When I'm not by myself, obviously I just keep having my conversation or whatever.
One of the worst things ever, though, is when you're in that situation and you're just kind of looking around, not looking at anything, and then you accidentally catch eye contact with the other person in the elevator.
Yeah, because they don't want to look at you either.
It's like, elevators, huh? All right.
Or my favorite, like, somebody, like, is desperately trying to be casual. They're like, is that your floor? You're like,
no.
Like, all right. Just that uncomfortable fucking.
When it just opens and like you just don't get off, you're like, you're just like, what? Something wrong? It's not my floor. Do you want me to get off anyway? Am I making you uncomfortable?
At that point, you should.
Yeah. It's like, why don't you get off? I was here first.
Especially if it's that parking garage it's like 4 floors. But if you're in like a giant building, like the fucking Wisfis building or something,
it would be fun to go into like. Have you ever seen the movie Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
If like you go into the Pet Cemetery voice, like you on there and like someone hits like 4th floor, you're like, oh, I wouldn't go to that floor.
I wouldn't go to that floor.
People to go to 4th floor, they come back different, changed, just shit like that. That would be fucking fun, dude.
I'm sorry, to what? That guy.
Or it's like, oh, 4th floor, huh? Typical. They don't say anything else, no matter what they are. Just like it's like typical. What it's like. Does it have to do with my size, my race, my hair? Like, what is he basing typical of? Like, it would just fuck with their brain for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem real 3rd floor to me. Like, what?
I just had another thought.
I want to do the Pet Cemetery one. That's gonna be fun.
That's good. Yeah. But if you get in and someone asks you what floor you want,
what are you writing, a book or something? Like, get him one of those.
That's funny. But
you wearing a wire?
Say you're in a building that's like 5 floors, 6 floors, and they're like, "Oh, which one? 10." Like, there isn't a 10, and you just go, "Fuck," and leave.
Or just like 10th floor. There isn't 10 floors. Not for you. There isn't. And don't break eye contact.
Or since when?
Or pretend to put a key in the little lock that's always under the buttons. It's like there is for me.
Watch this.
It's like, oh shit. This guy's got a mystery floor that's 3 invisible levels up.
Have you I don't know how I got here from here, but
or like they're like, what floor are you going to? It's like, stop flirting.
Have you ever imagined being stuck on an elevator with a famous person? And like you have obviously you have no idea if you're going to be stuck there for 2 hours or like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And just like the things that you would eventually have to talk, you'd have to talk to them at some point.
I think it would be funny. Like, say give me a celebrity.
Nicole Kidman.
Okay, you're on it. So she's like, everybody knows who Nicole Kidman is.
Exactly.
Right. So you're on an elevator with Nicole Kidman. And,
She-
say 2 hours have gone by.
First of all, to set the stage, a person like her hasn't had a regular conversation with anyone
Right.
in
But I think
2 decades.
after 2 hours, she would buckle and say, so, I wonder if they're going to get us out of here soon or whatever. Just go, and just like, and push yourself further into the corner, like shirk back. It's like, and it's like, and like, she's going to be like, does he not know that I'm Nicole Kidman? And if he doesn't know, I'm a pretty lady. Like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
It's true.
No, I was just wondering if, like, should we hit the red button? It's like, stop. Like, as if, lady.
Like the most cooties you've ever.
Or just be like, I'm not into cougars, okay? I don't know what about me just says cougar hunter, but it ain't happening, sweetheart.
just start acting like you're a real fucking germaphobe.
Yeah.
And be like, do you have a mask on you?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to be a dick, but do you have like a mask or maybe just some gum? Just
And they're like-
insinuate that her breath fucking reeks.
Or they're like, no, why? And you're like, fuck, because COVID is like still going
Yeah.
around, and just be one of
Yeah, there's a new variant.
be one of
you
those
know?
people. Just like, is it though?
Yeah, but it'd be funny as shit. Also, like you're just in there for a while, and it can't be like a funny actor.
No,
You can't do this with Bill Murray. But like, say it's like you're just in
Idris
there.
Elba.
Nah, I think even he would have a decent sense. If you get in there with me, give me 1 second.
Adrian Brody.
Sean Penn. You're in an elevator with Sean Penn, right? That dude's always serious. He's kind of uptight,
That's a great fucking pick.
and just out of nowhere, just go. Did you fucking fart, man?
He's definitely the kind of serious that wouldn't find farts funny.
Does it look like I would fart? That's a great Sean Penn impression. He's like, "Does it look like somebody would be farting in an elevator?" I'm like,
That's De Niro, by the way.
Sean Penn just does a weaker De Niro. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, okay, you're famous, but we've been in here for 2 hours. Things happen. Did you fucking fart, dude? And just don't let it go. If you're in there for 24 hours, those 22 hours after the 2 hours, just be like, no matter what he says, like, well, at least I'm not in here farting, farting up the place.
you're like,
Fucking great.
by now your phone's batteries are dead.
Yes.
Just
Even if it was dead,
Just-
like obviously dead, and even if it obviously made like the boop boop noise, like the battery's dying, I would still purposely look at my phone to avoid talking to them. I'd be so blatant about it. I wouldn't be looking at it at all, right? I'd be like staring dead ahead, like sitting crisscross applesauce on the
Just like
floor,
this.
right? No, I would just be like this, right? Just like this normal guy sitting crisscross applesauce, staring straight ahead, maybe even whistling a tune. The instant he starts say like, well, like any kind of syllable comes out, phone comes up.
man, I'm starting to get hungry.
Phone just comes up.
Like, my man, that's a fucking remote to a space heater. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
don't worry about me. I'm reading the symbols. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get mad. I don't want you farting again. Jesus Christ. I just think it'd be funny as shit. To act like you're just grossed out by a super celebrity would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Being stuck on an elevator like that.
I don't think the
would be
fart thing would
funny.
work though, because I think most comedians would have somewhat of a sense of humor.
Comedians, we're not talking about comedians. We're
Well,
just talking
comedic
about
actors.
I'm talking about famous people
Yeah.
in general.
I think some of them would. Honestly, some unfamous people would be like, "Did you fucking fart?" You're like, "No, you can get out of here," But yeah, but the back away, like, "Oh, don't talk to me,"
Did you just fart?
or start stimming out, like just like, that's sort of like just beating your forehead with your fist. That'd be fucking great. Or just like as they're talking, like just don't pay attention to what they're saying, but halfway through what they're saying, just start taking your shirt off, right? And then
What-
just like as soon as your shirt's off, and just go, "What did you just say?" And then just leave it at that, and just sit there with your shirt off the rest of the time. It's funnier for me because you got muscles and shit. It'd be funnier if I did it.
What the fuck? God. It was either a TV show, like a comedic show or a movie where they were stuck in an elevator, and the one guy like whips his shit out and starts pissing in the corner. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm establishing a pee corner, and then he was like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
like we're only like one floor from the bottom. Like,
there was also something I saw not that long ago, and someone started doing like oh, we gotta get out of here, man. I'm fucking closed in, man. But it had only been in there for like 4 seconds, and they starts like ripping his shirt and pants off, like, it's fucking boiling hot here. We're gonna cook alive, and all that stuff. They're just ripping their clothes off. But I wouldn't do that because that's hack, because it's already been done. But yeah, I think the getting grossed out by like a hot lady would be funny.
Being grossed out by a hot lady, blaming a fart on a very serious guy, or I don't know.
Oh, here'd be funny. Who's an actress you think is like drop dead gorgeous who you've had a crush on for a very long time?
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Okay, you're in there with that Natalie Portman.
Fucking specimen of human being.
And you just turn her, you're like, are you Natalie Portman? And she's like, yeah, I am Natalie Portman. Just go, ew.
I think she's a Kiwi, so she has like an accent too.
I thought she was American.
No.
You might want to Google that, dude. But
I can't.
but just like yeah, just like
she's from somewhere.
If you seriously have like this like exuberance, you're like, are you Natalie Portman? And she's like, well, yeah. Like, he's like, okay, this guy knows who I am. And then you just go, ew, gross. Just like fucking completely tone shift on it. Be fucking great. Like, your movies are awful.
Fucking.
I wouldn't say that because Annihilation rips, dude.
It does.
So good.
Fucking Attack of the Clones.
True. All
the Star Wars she was in.
They're great. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I agree. I was gonna say also, but again, comedic actor, so nothing you do would be as fun. Or like,
yeah.
And you don't think she's that pretty, Aubrey Plaza?
I know she's pretty.
Oh, it must have been somebody else on the pod.
No,
who was like,
I'm just saying, I don't think she's like the be all end all, but she's definitely pretty.
Yeah, she's prettier than anyone around here. That's
absolutely. For a Delawarean, yeah, she's fucking hot as shit.
As a Delawarean, being stuck on an elevator with her and be like, so where are you from? And she says, Wilmington, Delaware. And then you'd be like, fucking, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Or even funnier if you said that to her and you're stuck on an elevator in Wilmington, Delaware. All right. She's like, I'm from here. Here? The elevator? Like, no, I'm from Wilmington.
You're from Delaware Avenue?
It's like, I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh, that's cool. No, Wilmington, Delaware. Where's that? Just doing like that. And just,
that's a little too
If
dumb.
you could sell it, that'd be fun. But I think like
That'd be like tough
to pretend you're grossed out by a hot actress would be fucking hysterical.
She's too funny. I think she'd go along with it.
Portman's actually funny. Like her stuff on Saturday Night Live appearances, she's great. She's funny as fuck.
That's great. It makes her hotter to me.
Yeah.
Even hotter. I mean,
she is hot as shit.
Every once in a while, like Star Wars, like random, like way off the beaten path Star Wars lore shit will be on my feed, and one came across my feed this morning, and this like TikTok will show you like the most commonly searched thing that led from that video.
Yeah.
And it'll be like if you type it in the comments section, it becomes blue so that you can just click it and immediately go to that search. And the search in this video was Padme's shirt ripped all the way off in the battle of fucking Geonosis or whatever.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I was like, damn, it wasn't Naboo, whatever the fuck, Coruscant or something. It's from that scene.
Whatever one where she's wearing the all white outfit.
That's the one.
So fucking hot, dude. But
her shirt only got ripped a little bit.
I don't really find myself into like the hot chicks algorithm really on Instagram or anything.
Nah.
But
it's easy to get slipped into.
Something came across, and there was like a really sweet side boob shot of Anne Hathaway. So I was just like, I'm gonna look at it.
Rock and roll,
all right,
dude.
One thing, and now if I go to like the your page thing, it's 90% video game stuff, and then it's 90% Anne Hathaway, 10% video game shit, and like 0.25% fucking stand up. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm never looking at her side boob ever again.
Yeah.
Psych, I will, but it's like, God damn it, dude.
It's so interesting when you like she's undeniably pretty. Right?
Yeah, you know I love them pale girls.
And it's funny, like I've heard this about multiple celebrity like like famous one. Nicole Kidman, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's pretty on screen, yeah, but when you see them in real life,
it's annoying.
It's not annoying. Like
it's like they're so hot
they're
that it's annoying.
They're unworldly pretty
Yes.
in real life, and like that like aura about them is so interesting.
Yeah. Because like there's sometimes like, I'm not saying it's just strictly famous people, but there's sometimes like, I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me a lot when you're out and you'll just see a girl so drop dead good looking,
Unapproachably hot. Right?
that I get angry.
Oh,
Not like I want to fight her angry or go fuck yourself lady angry. It's like,
what the?
why the fuck is she so goddamn hot? Why the fuck does she have to be at the Acme when I'm at the Acme? What the I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
That always
Looking like that?
that at multiple jobs that I've had across the span of my second half of my life.
Yeah.
That always happens to me when I'm working a shit job and I have my fucking uniform on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, if you already didn't have a chance with this person in theory, you even less do when you have a fucking name tag on of the place that you work.
It was funny when I was at when I was working at ShopRite, when I was in the deli department at first, you just always wore like a burgundy like polo style shirt and then like a black apron, right?
What a bad color.
Yeah. And you always had a bright yellow name tag on. And like
God,
you would
what
like
an
hot
eyesore.
and hot girls come up to the deli counter.
all
It
the
happened.
time.
So you're just like, and they're just looking like, ugh. But here's the thing: when I switched over to the meat department, and I had the big white coat on with like multiple aprons, like the hoods and like the cutting gloves and shit, for
Dude.
some reason, I would get hit on.
Dude, it was like that at Whole Foods. That and the motherfuckers in the fish department. The stinkiest department, black hoodies on, and big giant orange waiters. Given they don't get in water.
No,
They're just behind a counter.
it does get kind of gross behind those counters.
But
yeah,
I just like
waiters is a bit much.
Like-
a good boot is fine.
right, like a boot, but they
Like a rain boot, cool.
they
but
had
yeah.
to wear the orange, like they went fishing like waiters with the suspenders and everything.
That's just too much. That's just absurd.
But them guys and the meat department guys cleaned up.
There was a
all the
girl
time.
that was a year ahead of me in high school. Only person I can possibly tell her name, and you'll understand, it'll probably be Katrowski. But she wanted nothing to do with me in high school. She came across me when I was working in the meat department at ShopRite. She was a customer, and all of a sudden, I look pretty identical, except now I have facial hair, and I was just talking to her, and then I got a phone number from her. I called her like 3 days later. So I started texting her 3 days later. The next day after I started texting her, I met her at the bar at the corner by my house, and we went and got a hotel. And I was like, fuck yeah.
What the hell?
But
man?
if I don't think if I wasn't wearing my fucking meat cutter gear, I would have been nowhere near it.
It's so
Nothing
interesting.
else about me has changed. I'm actually fatter.
It's the factor of like the uniform, like
But it depends on the uniform, though. Like you said.
like when I've got my construction shit on,
Yeah.
when I've got like my boots and my jeans and my fucking tool belt on,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking catch.
It's weird though, because you'd think like, oh, you wearing like pants that have like hammer loops in them and like cargo pockets, and you're like, oh, no one's gonna. People are gonna think, look at this dork.
No,
But if you have dirty boots on with them,
yeah,
you're gonna clean up. You'll be fine.
especially when I got my fucking full on climbing harness on.
If you got any kind of high vis shirt on,
Always,
you're good.
you have to.
You're good.
And because our tool belt, you have to have your spud wrenches on. They're always clinging together.
Yeah.
Clang, clang, every step.
Yeah.
Something hot about it.
Yeah. And you can walk into a place fucking filthy,
Yes.
just gross, stinking up the place, and your girl's like,
And if you're marginally attractive, it elevates you from a 5 to a fucking 9.
I went from a 0 to at least a 6.
Right. Exactly.
I think what it is they see A, you have a job, B, you're working in a job that makes good money.
And even that is a big factor.
Because what you do and what I did cutting meat, they're not like the most insanely baller jobs, but they pay really well.
It is a solid living.
Yeah.
And solid is great.
Whereas
for a
when
lot of
I
people.
worked in the deli, they're like, this fucking guy, he makes what, $8 an hour? Fuck him.
Like you're still a mutant. You're like you're like a sneeze above a cashier.
Yeah.
God help you if you're at a cash register.
Though when you're in the deli department, the cashiers wanted to fuck you.
Yeah. And
I'm not saying I didn't go through with that, but
what was the third thing? Fuck. It doesn't matter.
Also, if you want to find the horniest girls ever, this is a hack for any man, straight man.
I've got my answer.
Or lesbian women. If you want to find the horniest women ever, go to any supermarket and go to one department and one department only, the bakery. You will clean up if you're, I'd say, a 4 up. You will do extremely well.
The kitchen, the Whole Foods kitchen like department or whatever,
Like the hot food?
prepared foods.
Yeah,
yes, department was next to the bakery department.
Yeah.
Every girl, at one point in the 3 years that I worked there, went on a maternity leave. At one point,
Fuck yeah.
all of them, even the boss.
Fuck yeah, dude. Wait, the bakery or the hot?
Bakery.
Yeah. Bakery chicks, horny as hell, dude.
My answer also is restaurant industry.
Also, bakery girls, one thing that makes them more attractive to me is not only they can be attractive or mildly attractive or presentable, but they smell good.
They smell great. And there's something about the cuteness factor just amps up a little bit when they got little smudges of flour on them. Oh, and stuff.
Whereas, like, if they work in seafood and they got, like, fish scale and smell like a fucking high tide, or meat department where they got blood on them and smell like a rotting carcass. No, but when they have a little bit of flour on their nose and they smell like brownies, you're just like,
look at you working.
Fuck yeah, girl.
Look at you working hard.
I'll look past those cankles. I want those cankles behind my ears. Sorry, that was
a lot.
Sorry, that was far.
It's like, I want cankles too. Oh wait, I already have them.
I do. Actually, no, for a fact, I have pretty good ankles.
Yeah, there's still some. I still see bone there.
There's still definition.
I still see them.
Yeah, only my ankles though. The rest of my legs are an atrocity.
Everything
random
above,
scars and bruises. Yeah,
everything above the knees got to go.
Random scars and bruises, and nope, barely any hair on it. Yeah, above the knees is just a travesty. It looks like buckets of oatmeal.
A Travis Schauderman stee.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any lower, you pulled yourself right out of that hole and dropped such solid gold as that. That was fucking hysterical. Strawderman stinks. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does.
He smells like slag, and that sucks.
Oh, by the way, last podcast we did with Chuggalo Jake and Sharm, he said he actually met someone who hates Strawderman.
Bullshit.
And we were like, I said,
we had to talk off air, right?
Yeah. I will talk about it on the air because I hate this fucking guy. He's a fucking loser. His name's Danny Sherman from Baltimore. He booked a few shows in like the early 2000s and thinks he's some sort of royalty now.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate that mentality.
His claim to fame is if you came through town, he knew where to get coke. So that's like
20 years ago?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. He's never leaves Maryland. He stopped booking in probably like 2008. Occasionally came back every 5 or 6 years and acts like people should be like, bend over backwards.
They should be sniffing his farts.
But he's always dick rode Stout. And I think Travis joining Stout.
Travis is in Stout now. So fuck you twice.
So it made him really upset because he's also a drummer.
Oh, that's great. Dude.
And instead of going for the guy who rode their dick, they went with Travis. And I think that, so fuck Danny Sherman. Travis rules. Stout rules.
Travis is, let's say, even if this Danny Sherman guy's a good drummer, even if he was in theory better than Travis,
right.
Travis is still better than him.
Yeah, because he's a little fucking cherub, dude.
he can pick you up.
True.
He's
4'1", but he's strong as an ox.
Yeah, he runs circles around this guy. So fuck him 3 times.
Yeah, Travis rules. Up the Strawdermans, dude. Up the Strawdermans.
Absolutely, dude. All of them.
Travis fucking rips, dude.
If you're under Travis's umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you think your farts are lethal.
You mean the guy with the name Trash Guts has bad farts?
Yeah. Because he eats like a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
But he also is constantly drinking protein shakes. and high protein stuff like bars and stuff.
God. Damn,
So it's awful food plus protein is like the worst smelling like combinations ever.
and they've got to
Yeah.
be they've got to have force behind them too.
You never hear them,
Oh,
but god damn it. It's to the point where like if you didn't hear it but you smelled it in the van, you could point out who did it.
okay.
Because his were discernible from everybody else's. Because the rest of us didn't take fitness seriously like Travis did. So he had
What? Are you kidding?
so the I guess the proteins what took it to the next level. The rest of us ate like shit too.
Yeah.
But Travis is like, oh my god, dude. He's better at that than he is at drumming.
It's tenable.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like instantly, like Matt could fart, Marty could fart, Brian, it didn't matter. It was like, all right, yeah, it stinks, but Travis, like Jesus Christ. Dude.
That's a Matt fart. That's a Marty fart.
And you look over, he's just grinning like a fucking jerk off.
Of course
He's
is.
normally grinning, but this time he's grinning like a
Right.
jerk off. It's different. How are you gonna fucking hate a guy who's never sad?
Right.
Well, because like normally you feel like, oh well, Dennis, you're always sad. You should hate a guy who's always happy. No,
Not at all.
I'm jealous of Travis.
You know why? Because Travis is so pure and good and so happy that his happy is infectious.
Yes,
He's so good that it makes someone like you, even you,
yeah.
less sad.
I just see him. I'm just like, man, I wish I could be that happy.
Happy by osfucking Moses,
Yeah.
dude.
You can put him in any fucking situation, and he's just like chasing butterflies through a field.
You know, I'd be stuck in an elevator with Travis Strouderman
Depends on what.
as long as he's not farting.
Depends on what he ate. I mean, I've been stuck in a van with him for a long amount of times.
Yeah.
And when he had control of the aux cord, which is pretty brutal. Ugh.
What, you mean you don't like listening to Elder?
Oh, Jesus. Elder, and the other one was this band called Age of Taurus. Similar stuff.
Sure.
Maryland locals. They're not bad, right? But enough's enough.
Heard.
The greatest thing, the greatest band ever, if it's constantly being played, you're just like, Jesus Christ, like, all right, enough already.
Like, dude, I can only listen to Black Sabbath a couple times.
I can only listen to Satisfaction is the Death of Desire 7 times in a row before I'm like, all right, man, fucking change it.
and that's once every 3 years.
Yeah. Like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah. Like once every handful of years, you're like you said a couple episodes ago, like, yeah, it's still the best.
him and Matt are equally obnoxious in a van setting. Because Matt will do this. Travis does that. He'll play, like, I'd say in the entire career of Iron Price, Travis probably played about 10 albums total on repeat in the van. Man. There's always one of 10 albums. Matt would do this thing, all kinds of genres, all kinds of albums. You'd get 2 songs in and you'd start vibing to it. He'd instantly change it to something different. He can't listen to more than 2 songs on an album.
I've been guilty of that. I will cop to that.
It's
Not all the time, but often.
It's like, it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Because he'll do shit like, oh, you got to check this shit out and play it for you. And before the song's even completed, he's already
Think of
switched it to
another
something else.
Yep.
You're like,
I've done that.
like I'm actually genuinely trying to listen to this thing you're showing me, but you're turning it off before I can get there. Like, what are you doing?
In fact, I feel bad for people I've done it to because I've been the guy being shown stuff, and I'm like, I was just starting to get there.
It's like, God damn it, dude, just let it play.
Just
let it. And it's hardcore and punk and stuff. It's like, in 15 to 20 minutes, it's going to be over.
Right.
Like, it's not like a stoner album or something like that where it's like you got an hour. It's like, dude, this is like a 7-inch and like you've already skipped it. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, you want to pass by an hour and 20 minutes of time real quick?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't understand that. If like, okay, he plays a Neurosis record for you after the second song. All right, yeah, move it along. You've been there for a while, but it's like,
I think I know what Enemy of the Sun sounds like.
It's like, check out this new Negative Approach album. Half a song, switched it to something. Now check out this. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, give me a minute.
Dude, but this one riff in that one song was pretty good. Check it out.
Yeah, it was like there's like 30 other songs in here, and it's a 10-second album. Like, let's try something else too.
It's even like something like that. Like, say you're driver's seat, passenger seat with your homie, and they're either they're driving or you're controlling the aux, and you get in an argument over like, nah, this riff was better. Now this riff was better.
Yeah.
And you're the guy behind them. You're like, will you guys
Shut the fuck up.
shut up and put a thing on?
Yeah.
And just leave it there.
It's like, I want to listen to Under the Knife. It's like, yeah, but put on Satisfaction. It's got a lot of the songs on it.
Nah, this
and
version
it's
was better.
longer. Yeah, but it's more like raw and this, like, and like, those arguments, like,
Any argument.
that's why the smart thing to do, don't let the guy driving or the guy in passenger seat pick. Let the guy behind them pick to get them to shut the fuck up. It's like, all right, now we're listening to Orange 9mm. There, I win. But yeah, Matt spends more time shuffling through his phone to find the right thing to listen to than have his hands are on his phone looking for music more than they're on the wheel steering. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I've been there. And you know what? Like there's it's an internal thing, like us only. Like we feel the pressure, like, what should I put on? What would be better to put on for all of us, not just me? I don't know.
He also doesn't
it.
just do that with music.
It's everything. Yeah.
He does that in conversation too.
Oh, well.
He's like, Joe, did you watch the new trailer for ... movie? And you're like, yeah, I checked it out. He's like, oh, did you see the other movie that like the shit's doing? Like, yeah, I was going to watch that. He's like, like, can we stay on a topic for like 5 minutes, finish it, and then go on? It's like, dude, he'll mention like, I saw something the other day. And you're like, all right, well, what did you see? And then you'll never get back to what he saw because he'll already have 7 other topics done and brought up over this. Like, dude, you need Ritalin more than anyone has ever needed Ritalin. You need ADHD medicine badly.
You need Strattera, brother.
Jesus. Ask your doctor about Strattera. Do not use if you're allergic to Strattera.
I don't know if they even make it anymore.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. I'm assuming it's an ADD drug.
It is.
I was a Ritalin boy.
One of many that I was experimented on with.
I was just strictly Ritalin boy.
I think I have to piss.
That's a weird change.
I know. I'm calling a piss break.
All right.
Would you like to do a piss break and then do homework?
I mean, I might as well. It's a quick aside.
That sounds good. Let's wrap with a story.
We were on on our piss break, and the wind was blowing my piss back at me because I was pissing outside. So I was like, oh, it sucks. But the other day, I was jerking off, and I'm a fat man with a little penis, right? So I'm just jerking off, and you finish up. I go to like fucking clean myself off or whatever, and I'm like, this is load felt a little better, more coming out than what I'm actually cleaning up here. What's going on? This is weird. So I was like, fuck it, it is what it is, and just went about my routine or whatever. And then I go to like piss later on. Apparently, when I jizz, I hit the bottom of my gut.
Oh man.
And just stuck there and dried.
Oh God, dude.
I was like, that is fucking disgusting.
I would fucking hate myself.
The loathing I was going through my head, because like, like every time I jerk off, as soon as I'm done, I hate my life. So this was that times about 50.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
I was just like, because like I'm going and piss and I'm pulling my dick out, and like way I'm handling like my like right here, my hand. It hits where it hit. I was like, the fuck? There's something crusty on my gut. What the hell is that? That's weird. Then I'm like, oh no. Like the realization kicked in on what it was. And I was like, you gross, disgusting, awful fucking piece of shit. And I was just like,
look what you've done to yourself.
And I was like, look how low you have fucking gotten.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to fucking put my face in front of a dart bus. And then I'm just like, then I decided, hey, I'll bring it up on a podcast. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Dozens of people will hear the day it comes out.
Literal dozens. But speaking of which, please rate, view, subscribe on any streaming things. Please share the clips.
That's
Help us
like
out.
That has got to be like the best thing to do is share a clip.
Or just go into the comments of the clips, call us gay, call me fat with a jizz belly. It drives up algorithms to be more inclined to show us, and it does help.
We've shouted him out on the Patreon today. Steve Greathouse has been sharing clips lately.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out
Steve.
to him for that.
Yeah.
Be like Steve.
Yes. Like, goddamn.
In every way.
It takes 2 seconds and like 2 presses with your thumb, and it helps the guys out.
A paper airplane looking thing, add to story.
There you go. Paper airplanes are sick too.
I know, right?
right? But every week on this program, Tom and I assign each other a piece of comedy and a piece of music or a different
Some
combination
kind of
both.
variation of that.
We always ask our guests to take part as well.
That might come to an end soon.
Yeah. Future guests, please keep it to 2 or 1. You know, I appreciate the excitement.
2 or less.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Man,
But sometimes it's like, look, I got other things to do during the week.
are they enthusiastic?
I got to hold down a job still. No, it's not a slam against those guys. I mean,
Not
they're
at all.
excited. But like, Jesus Christ, this was a lot. What are we going to get into first? Let's
do
get into
Jake's first.
he brought in. I'm going to start with Eternal Sleep's Desperate Prayer Blues.
It's a good place to start.
The reason I want to start with that because I want to preface this by saying this is a very biased review of this record.
From both of us, actually.
They're great dudes. Played a lot of shows with them, and so I'm not being objective with this.
No, I've known the Benningtons for years.
Yes,
now.
same. Great guys.
I talk to Colin often.
Yeah. I actually have every time something helmet related comes up,
Talk to Travis.
there's a group text. It's me, Matt, and Travis Bennington. And like when the last album they put out, I think it was 2 years now ago, like instant, like the day it came out, it was like, all right, guys, what do we think? And like, it was kind of like a huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was us nerding out. And then like 2 days later, it was over. And then like 6 months later, it was like, it's still good. And then yeah, it's done. But
Desperate Prayer Blues.
Yes.
I think Jake put it brilliantly when he said this album got no fucking credit when it came out. The people I know who love Eternal Sleep were all posting about it, and that's the last I heard of it.
I think that their detriment is they don't play out enough. If they had played out more on that record, I think it would have been
Bigger.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago at a Riff Dog Illuminati party, Alice in Chains and Entombed were like, made sex. And 9 months later, Eternal Sleep was born.
It's important.
10 out of 10 record, biased review. It's a flawless album.
Yeah.
It's it flows so fucking well.
I had no skips.
It's also rare that a person who does cleans and heavy vocals is good at both.
Yep.
Like great at both. Like neither of them like is lacking compared to the other.
Joe is good at singing.
Yeah.
Good at screaming.
Yes.
Good at Muay Thai. Good at looking strong.
Yeah, good at being shredded as fuck, dude.
What can't he do? I don't know.
Tour, which sucks because that'd be huge if he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My review is very short. First of all, it's question mark out of 10 because bias. But
Yeah.
tell me they like Alice in Chains without telling me they like Alice in Chains. And to that note, Travis is one of the only people I've seen, and Bennett too, actually, are one of the only two people I've seen ever post about the latter Alice in Chains material.
Yeah. Those are the two that got me to give it a chance.
And Eternal Sleep doesn't write breakdowns; they write sledgehammers.
They do this thing because there's bands that write breakdowns, right? And then there's bands that just write heavy parts that you can mosh to or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it kind of like by default becomes a breakdown. It's not written for that.
It's not a breakdown part. Yeah.
It just happens to be that.
Yeah.
It's just like I call them like accidental mosh riffs. Like you're not going into it expecting that, but it just has the right bit of everything to where like it works like that. Dysphoria was great at that. No, never an intentional breakdown, but just tons of mosh parts, but never intentional. Eternal Sleep does it extremely well too. It would have made my top records of that year if I was allowed to do
Friends.
Yeah. But yeah, I encourage everybody to check that record out.
Yeah.
All their stuff's good, but this is honestly their final form and their best form.
Yeah. And if you haven't heard it in a while, go back to it. It's fucking awesome. Oh boy, though. He also brought us a band that's older. They're not as old as I thought. The band's called Energy, and the album is Invasions of the Mind. It came out in 2008. I couldn't fucking believe that, first of all.
I forgot about this band until he brought them up.
Me too, kind of. pop punk vocals on top of AFI East Bay style punk. Nah. This annoyed me. I tried to get through every song. As a full-on AFI fan of all of their eras, I don't ever want to hear this again. I got to song number 8 and I had to tap out just for fucking mercy. For some reason, I thought this band was a lot bigger than they are, and on Spotify, they have 960 monthly listeners. 0 out of 10.
Does it have anything to do with the fact that they haven't done anything?
I don't know.
In a
I
long
think it's
time?
just because they fucking stink, but
Hopefully.
people argue that they don't stink, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't say. I don't like it.
Energy, Invasions of the Mind. This is short. Music for chicks into self-harm. Barfaroni to the max. 0 out of 100. Yeah, that was dreadful.
Yeah. I don't want to harp on it too
The
much.
music started up, I was like, all right.
Yep.
Whatever. And then the vocals kicked in, and I was like, yikes.
Exactly. That was my exact.
But I'm also, AFI is a band that does nothing for me. But you saying as an AFI fan, it was bad too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I would love to move on to what he assigned for a comedy, though.
Yeah, I'll start this one. Andrew Dice Clay, The Day the Laughter Died, which is actually hard to find legit anywhere.
It's long.
It's very long.
I found it on YouTube. Did you?
Yes, I did.
It was like an hour and 45 minutes
Yes.
or so. Yep.
The people who don't know what the premise of The Day the Laughter Died is that at one point in time in the 90s, like early in the 90s, Andrew Dice Clay was the first quote unquote rock star comedian. The first dude to be doing arenas. Because as big as Pryor and Carlin were, they weren't doing arenas.
Yeah.
They're doing large theaters.
his biggest claim to fame, or his thing, is that he's the first stand-up comedian to sell out Madison Square Garden.
Yes, he
which
was.
is 18,000 seats or something like that.
And I think he was actually one of the first comedy albums to sell, I think, like 5 million copies
That's a lot.
in like a short amount of time.
Yeah, and that's back then.
Yeah. So he was like unfucking touchable. And
You could not get bigger than Dice.
yeah. And so he's like, they're like, all right, we want you to record another special.
Yeah, do it again.
So instead of doing it again, like everybody wanted him to do and expected him to do, he's like, on these people's dime, I'm going to get up there and fucking wing it. I'm going to go up there with no prepared material. I'm just going to get up there and talk about whatever comes to my mind. And I know a lot of times like, okay, well, he just did crowd work and it's funny. And they're like, no.
Not as much as you would think.
There was times he has crowd work where he wasn't even attempting to be funny.
Nope.
He was just talking to the crowd and just short conversation.
Yep.
And all right, now for where he was
Governors on Long Island.
and
Little club.
no, I'm like in his career, where he was in
yeah,
his
yeah.
career at that point, for him to do that is Kaufman-esque levels of funny. Just like if I was paid to see that, I would be fucking livid. But since, but as a guy who heard about him doing it, you're like, that's fucking brilliantly funny. It's the ultimate troll before that term was even a term. And, but,
Man.
okay, The Day the Laughter Died. It's a set you can't appreciate until you realize that he tanked it semi-intentionally, which is a wild move for a guy who was the first comedy rock star. But if you take it for an actual comedy set, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah. If you don't give a fuck about who Dice is or
Or the backstory
or any of the backstory, skip it.
zip. Total zip. It's long, drawn out, and pointless. But if you want to like the ultimate audience and industry troll story and you want to see what it actually produced,
This is gold standard.
it's a 30 out of 10.
Yeah.
But if you're just a guy who I want to sit down and listen to jokes for an hour, yeah, skip it. But that move is one of the most punk rock moves there is.
Fuck you.
And it
is what it
tanked
is.
his career. He definitely suffered because of it, and he just doesn't give a shit. So the balls it took to do that, fucking admirable. But the product itself on its own, nah, no.
There was many parts of this that I laughed at. First of all, it's
They're kind of broken up. Like the really funny, there is really funny parts of it,
It's
but there's
really-
like 30 minutes of bad between each one.
I know. I is that it for your review?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I love that it starts with a classic Dice thing that I only heard about him doing.
What?
Is that he would get on stage and he does this thing where he says as few words or no words for as long as possible. He'll just start fidgeting. He'll go,
And not just waiting for the claps to stop. The claps have long stopped.
yes.
And it'll be a good 5 minutes before he actually launches in.
He went 3 minutes without saying a word. 3. You know, playing with the cigarette and just
Exhaling.
just fucking 3 minutes of just that.
So good.
And
And
then
you hear the awkward random laughs at the nothing.
right.
People are just like, ha, ha, ha.
Let's see. I wrote blowjobs. It's important to say it like that. He talked about blowjobs for 10 minutes
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm trying not to write down too many anecdotes, but first name jerk, last name off. Crushed me for a second.
It's so stupid, but so good.
This is funny because he's purposely not doing classic Dice commercially successful material.
Yeah.
He's just being fucking indignant as shit. There was multiple times when audience members would be like, "Dude, Mary, Mary," or
Yeah.
fucking Little Miss Muffet.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Oh, you want to hear the nursery rhymes?" And they'd go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he would build it up. Wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So fucking brilliant. My girlfriend sent me to get a container of milk today. Want to hear about it? Someone goes, "No." And then he goes, "Why don't I shove your head up your ass?" You're going to hear about it anyway. 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the 35-minute mark is when it did that. Somebody from the crowd, a couple, probably a girl followed by his guy or her guy.
Right.
She got upset and she was like, "We're leaving." And then the guy goes, "You're about as funny as a glass of milk." It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever
It is
heard.
pretty good.
The whole interaction, that's around 37 minutes.
He walked a lot of that crowd.
Yep. By far the funniest thing he's ever put out. It didn't feel like almost 2 hours. Fucking just 10 out of fucking 10.
You know what's funny about that too is I guarantee the tickets to that show were probably $100, and I'm talking $100 1990 money, which now is
$250, yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they spent the equivalent of $250 on these tickets, and he walked them, got them to leave.
That is an artistic level
Yes.
of trolling, dude.
That's it, dude. There's no better way to tank your career. It's fucking
And
the balls.
And if that's not a comic move,
Yeah.
there is no comic
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Because every comic has ever referenced albums always brings that up.
Yeah.
They bring up The Day the Laughter Died as one of the funniest things anyone has ever done.
To pretty much only comedy fans and comedians themselves.
Exactly. Just,
It's great.
I loved the assignment.
Yes.
I was so happy with it. Now
Yes.
let's do Charms.
He brought us a record I was familiar with. Voracious Contempt's Exquisite Suffering.
Okay.
This is what happens at Voracious Contempt's practice spot. Hey guys, what if we took all the ignorant parts from Suffo and Fetus and made that our band? The rest of Voracious Contempt. Brilliant idea. Dennis McGonigal. Brilliant idea. 8 out of 10 ignoramus record. It is, if you take Suffocation and Dying Fetus, take away all the techie parts or like the faster and like the goofball parts and just have the super, super heavy parts, that's what this band is doing. And they're doing it well. Sometimes the transitions are a little rough, but yeah, I still think it's an 8 out of 10 record. It's brutal as shit. I like it a lot.
I gave it the same grade.
Yeah.
I said, interesting choice in the production. The guitars and drums actually sound very clear and not at all compressed or manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
I bet this was recorded in a great studio. So I looked on their Bandcamp, and the engineer was a dude named Daryl Belmarez out of Texas. Like they are. They're from San Antonio. Shout out San Antonio.
Shout out people named Daryl.
Truly. It rhymes with barrel, which is cool.
Fuck yeah.
You can write hard-ass slam without blast beats.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Keith David sample at one point.
Yeah.
I have basically no notes for this. It was fucking awesome. And I can pretty much, at this point, count on Charm as far as heavy shit goes.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
He's turned me on to some stuff too.
Yeah.
Some bad, but when it's good, it's great.
fucking good, yeah.
Now on to something less. Coagulating.
A little less, yeah.
Coagulating, croaking.
Croaking abysmal stench.
Yeah, I shortened it because I didn't feel like typing all that out with my big fat thumbs. Sure, it's heavy and competently played, but has a total lack of energy or feeling. Get these dudes some caffeine or a hug. 4 out of 10. It's well played, but
yeah,
there's no, like, I don't know if the word I'm looking for is dynamics, but
are you thinking of balls?
Balls or punch to it. It just kind of seems lazy and
balls.
Has like balls. Just really has like kind of.
I hear what you're saying.
I should like this, but nothing's catching me.
I thought this fucking goddamn it, the same fucking thing.
Look at us agreeing for once.
I know. These episodes, it's just us. Dude. It's like we're
Mike's the one that's been bringing it down this whole time.
I said with a sample like that in the intro, I expected a little more. It went by so fast, it didn't really get boring. 8 songs, 9 minutes, but it's okay. I didn't hate it. Solid slam, 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I liked it just fine.
He also brought us Cloakroom's album Last Leg.
Their brand new album.
Semi-biased review here. I know one member of the band.
I did not know that.
Otherwise, I would have brought these guys to here a few times.
Gil did once. Gil from Foreign Hands.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, record rules. Cloakroom rules. 9 out of 10. Heavier shoegaze. And I love bonus love for them for not having the super whispers of that genre. He gets there sometimes. But for the most time, he keeps it a little more lively.
Right.
But I'm not super familiar in the shoegaze genre, but I know I like this.
Yeah.
It's very chill, but it's also, no, it's not stereotypical shoegaze, but it's definitely that genre. It's a very good record.
Yeah. I rated this a 7, but then I found myself, I listened to it 2 more times just by my own choice. I think I want to bump it up to an 8 out of 10. This is what I was looking for when Super Heaven, who I actually saw them open for at Union Transfer once, if they were playing this material back then, I might have liked them a lot more. When Super Heaven went away, although big riffs to boot, it's not exactly like riff driven. It's also very pretty. Friend / guest of the show, Gil of Foreign Hands, loves this band. I didn't care for the second song with the vocal effect the whole time, but shout out to the song Bad Larry for giving Handsome Family vibes, which is a band that sounds like that song. Story of the Egg is kind of new wavy vibes. Great vibes all around. I think I'll listen to this in the car in the summertime, and then I did exactly that. I listened to it in the car with the windows down. The weather was great. Fucking awesome record. I liked it a lot.
Have you checked out their other stuff?
Yeah, only after Gil assigned it that one time.
Their other records are very good too.
Yeah, well, I saw them open for Super Heaven. I was like, this band is what's up. Like, they're way better than Super Heaven is right now. I mean, given they'd been gone for years at that point. Fuck it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, his comedy assignment. Sam Tripoli, why is everybody getting quiet? Your sighs sound like you didn't like it that much.
He's a guy, I think he is somewhat funny. I've heard him on podcasts, and I love his conspiracy rants and shit like that.
Dude, he goes deep.
Some of his stuff, though, gets a little too close to a line that I don't fuck with. Some of him gets a little too spicy, you know.
A little edgy?
Yeah, a little too edgelordy.
He has seasonings of that. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
If this guy says okay or dog one more fucking time, I'm turning it off. All right, Dad, this is my boyfriend. He's an Archon was a good line. But he ruined that goodwill he made up with that line with one of those, I tried that joke in this town and ... It's not awful, but boy, is it fucking lazy.
Really?
He's obnoxious. Like the constant dog and okay, dog and this, you know, and like, you know, I tried to do that same joke and, you know, in like Columbus and I'm like, all right, dude, 3 out of 10.
You know what? That is that sounds like there's a little too much of his personality that is fucking casting a shadow on the material.
Yeah.
Because the material was fucking good. But if it was a little less fucking Sam, if he was like, if he was doing less of like, maybe that's not the fucking point of performing on stage, but
He definitely has cokehead energy.
big time. But I also don't do this on stage. Like I don't write jokes. I'm not a comic, so I can't really say. But the line, I posted a meme of Hillary Clinton's moose knuckle, got me fucking good. And one of Tripoli's best talents are his comparison word plays. Like, I was committing domestic violence on my meat was really fucking funny. I did not expect him to get his special title from a Jesus joke, but then that was like early on, and then he did the why is everybody getting quiet right now?
I hate that.
2 more times.
I hate that.
If he did it once, maybe twice.
If people are getting quiet and you don't acknowledge it, way funnier. If you just sit in it and just kind of, that's great.
That's funny. That's like galaxy brain shit. My dad never beat us ever. He thought if you were about to beat your kids, take a step back, take a deep breath, and get one of your other kids to beat your kids. Made me laugh.
Was he like, oh, your brother's being a dick, and you're like, oh, here we go.
he gives me the I'm like, whoa. It means I get to beat you
That
up.
was good.
And the line that really took me out good was, it made me laugh out loud. Eating a man's ass is like trying to lick peanut butter off a sweater. Was just fucking awesome. I laughed in the car at that. Woman at the Second Amendment event. She was walking around in a bikini with a bush so big. The second thing I noticed was that she had a gun in the bikini. She literally had a shooter on the grassy knoll. Was fucking good. That's a good.
That.
And it was later. It was almost the end. Have you ever met a British wigger? They're like, "G'day, mate," and you're like, "Get out of here, you gay leprechaun." Was fucking awesome. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was so funny. I remember when he assigned it, I was like, I've never watched a Sam Tripoli thing before.
This is my first two.
All I've ever heard from other people is that he's so funny. And I think if he got out of LA, he never will, because he's one of those dyed in the wool like store guys.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable there. He has a whole fucking life there. If he lived anywhere else, Chicago, Minneapolis, God forbid, New York City, he probably would be huge. Conspiracy shit aside, because he is funny.
He gets a little too far into the edgelord shit for me.
I think
I have no problem with him being batshit insane.
if God help him if he would have gotten like looped into like the Gas Digital crowd or something. But if he was just like, if he moved away from that and lived anywhere else, I think he'd be bigger in comedy.
If he moved out of the edgelord area, but really leaned into his crazy conspiracy theory shit,
Or
that'd be a great market.
Or God forbid, Texas would be even good for him.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be great. But yeah, it's just the energy of it. If you had dialed it back just a little bit and enough with the constant repeating, okay, yo, dog, and like, all right, dude, you don't have to say it after every sentence.
It is like a tick.
And I hate, why is everybody, like you said, why is everybody getting quiet? Or like,
why is everybody getting all quiet?
Or when people give oohs and you go, ooh, like that. Like, I hate when people acknowledge it. It's like, it's so dumb. It's like, just let it happen. It's great. But yeah, just like, all right, dude, we get it. You're shocking.
I really liked that special. I was happy with.
Maybe I'll give it a second listen. On to what you brought me.
Yes.
We can pretty much bunch this together because
we
had been assigned like a laundry list of shit. So you brought me Langston Kerman's Bad Poetry, which is available on Netflix. Yeah. So I brought you the Don't Tell special, Langston Kerman, which is available on YouTube. This is brand new, I believe.
It's within a year old. I know.
Yeah. So I knew I didn't know this special existed until you brought, because I don't really randomly check Netflix unless I know there's something there I want to see.
Yeah, me either.
So this is Langston Kerman's Bad Poetry. The Great Black and Mild War of 1812. Great line. A restaurant with pictures of Barack Obama in the menu. Great. I want to stab Edna in the stomach and fill the wound with hot Cheetos so she dies all spicy and shit. Great. My mom marries old ass karate students. Great line. Not bad at all. Well done, buddy. 7.5 out of 10. It was very good. I liked it a lot.
I laughed pretty much the whole time.
The line fucking my mom marries old ass karate students fucked me up so good.
I had high hopes for you liking this because
There was no explanation into the old ass karate students. It was just such a throwaway line, and it's so just random and absurd. I was like, that's fucking great.
I had high expectations because Nimesh Patel was the one who put me on. Not me personally, but I heard his recommendation of it, and I was like, all right, if he recommends it, it must be good, and it was fucking good.
I think he had one drop today, or
yes,
the first.
Yeah, the first of it.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's on Netflix also.
Good for him.
As far as I know. Don't remember what it's called. Anyway, Langston Kerman, the Don't Tell special is called Marriage is Dope. It's about 5 minutes long, easy watch. I don't cheat on my wife or nothing, and I'm on TV. He said, I'm on TV, is actually how he said it.
Is he on a TV show? I don't know much about this guy.
Me either. I guess he was. I actually don't know. I don't remember. I didn't look it up.
Yeah.
I spent a WNBA player's annual salary plus residuals on my wedding, so I could do hard drugs in front of a lady with candy cane bones. Is an unbelievable sentence. It is so funny. Holden Caulfield should have been called Holeless Caulfield. That was my line. 7 out of 10. This should have just been a reel. It was awesome though.
It was even short for a don't tell.
Yeah, it's about 2 jokes.
Yeah.
But it was fucking funny. Look it up.
Yeah. I love that it's like solid jokes, but also enough silly thrown in too. So like the silly goose, just random, like saying like, your mom dates old ass karate students.
Old ass karate students is so
it's
funny.
just like, what does that even mean? But I'm still laughing at it. It's great.
Yeah.
What do you got for me this week?
I'm gonna do some music because I've got a lot of music.
Let's do one thing mutual, and then give each other something. We'll both watch the new Nimesh special.
Okay, and then do one music each.
No, we can do 2 because it's just the 2 of us.
Okay. I've got. Let me see how many. I'm gonna give you 3.
The Nimesh special for everybody was Nimesh Patel, and it's on Netflix. It's the only thing he has on Netflix, so I just don't remember the title off the top of my head.
Isn't it called Lucky? No, that's Lucky Lefty.
Yeah, he's already done that. That's another one.
That's Burt Kreischer's new special that I haven't
don't
watched
watch
yet.
that.
Anyway, Nimesh Patel. I'm gonna give you 3 music things because they're EPs.
Okay.
First one is a hardcore EP I just heard. The band is called Lockslip.
Is it 2 words or 1 word?
1. And it's a self-titled EP from last year.
Okay. Was it easy to find, you think?
Yeah.
All right.
It's on streaming, so I know you'll find it.
Okay.
The second one is called Ultra. The band is called Ultras, and the EP is called Ultras 2.
Creative.
I know, right? This one I think you'll like a little more. The band is called Goblin Smoker.
Nice.
And the EP is called the Toad King.
I think I know where this is going to take me.
I also thought that. I listened to it anyway, and I still liked it.
Nice.
Found that also.
That means it's not going right thinking any of you actually liked it.
Also found it because of Gil Gonzalez. Shout out to Foreign Hands again.
Oh, Gil. What do I got in my list? There you go. This is a really short. I'll give you this. 2 things I found on YouTube. 2 records. First is a band called Sewer Hall.
Sewer
Hall, Haul. The album is called Emetic Fluid Transaction.
Is that Emetic?
Yeah, Emetic.
Okay.
Fluid Transaction. And the next one, this is a great band name. You'll love this. Crime Dawg. Dawg, Dawg. And the album's called Vile Justice. I know for a fact they're both on YouTube. So I don't know if they're elsewhere, but they're definitely on YouTube.
Damn, if
Crime Dawg.
If Scruff McGruff takes a bite out of crime, What does Crime Dog take a bite
What
out
if
of?
Crime Dog McGruff's the Crime Dog's band? You know, because he needs something to do in his downtime.
I mean, he's probably retired by now. From
Yeah,
the
maybe
force,
he's trying to riff, dude.
So he's got that pension and nothing to do.
He had
so.
the sickest jacket.
Was that
What?
a duster?
Like a trench.
It's a trench coat,
More,
right?
I think more of a trench.
Isn't a trench coat a duster? I don't know.
Dusters are
Josh, please tell me.
Dusters, I think, are actually leather most of the time. Trenches are a little more thin.
Well, a leather one is called a leather duster, and Rob Halford of Judas
fair
Priest. Rob Halford of Judas Priest wore a denim duster.
Yeah,
So
I figured he goes leather. I mean, he said he was hellbent for it. Why would he go denim?
that's what I thought.
The song's not called Hellbent for Denim, Rob.
I would listen to that one too, though.
That Rob, dude, he's a fucking sellout, dude. He's like, oh, the leather's not cool anymore. I'm going denim. I'm like, all right, Brian Adams, fucking pump your brakes.
In it.
In it. You fucking sellout ass.
Yeah, that's all
Head
I had
ass.
for this week.
Head ass. Thank you for listening. We'll see everybody next week. Hopefully, Murrow will grace us with his presence. R.I.P. to Fudgy the Whale. Your tail end was delicious. I'm sorry we never got to your fucking, what is it called? Your baleen, the teeth that they have?
That is their teeth.
Yes.
Or your blowhole.
We never got to your blowhole,
Pause.
so no pause for me. No pause for me. I meant it in every way.
Mm-hmm.
So see everybody next week. Toodaloo. Hit that intro music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Oh, yeah, yeah. I miss you every single day. Why must my life be feel so long? I love you more than I can say. Thank you.